Welcome to Cloud Studio videos, short DevOps, cloud and AWS tutorials. Hello and welcome to my new video. So in this video I want to show you how you can easily give access to AWS via command line to the user. So first what we need to do, we want to create a new user. So I will create test user. I will give him an access to management console. I will give him a custom password. And I will create the user. I will add the user into the admin group so he can have administrator access. And I will create the user. Okay, so now I go back to the user list and I can see the new user. So now, in the previous video you saw that we installed AWS CLi on the Windows computer. So now the next step is to give the user access to the so he can use this AWS CLi, and to do that we need to create access keys for the user. So you go to the user and here in summary you have the button for creating an access key for the user. So we are creating an access key now for our test user. So use case, I want a command line interface. So my plan is to use this access key to enable AWS CLi to access the AWS account. Yes. And I say I understand for the alternatives. AWS is giving me some alternatives for this configuration, so I can also use AWS CloudShell, which is also nice. Maybe I will create also video for this AWS CloudShell, which I like to use actually. And now I want to create access to enable access to AWS CLi to access the AWS account. So I will click on next and I will create access keys, and I will download the access keys and I will say save. And now I will say done. And okay, so now the user has the active access keys, and now the next step is to configure the AWS CLi in PowerShell on your Windows computer. So I will clear the screen, and the command for configuration of the AWS CLi with access keys is AWS configure. So you write AWS configured, and now we have to enter the AWS access key ID, which we have in the Excel file which we downloaded after we create access keys for the user. So you paste here the access key ID, press enter, then you will prompt to put also the secret ID for the user. Also you copy this information from the Excel file that you downloaded and you put here, press enter, and then you put the region, the AWS region. My region is nearest to me is in Europe, is Frankfurt EU Central 1. So I configure that region, and as the last step is to configure the output format JSON. So you put JSON and press enter, and that's it. You configure the access. When you finish the configuration of the access, you will be able to use the commands, AWS commands from CLI to connect to your AWS account. For example, you can use this command, AWS IAM list users. So you will see now that I have the access to list all the users in my account. And yeah, so this is successfully configured. And yeah, see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more DevOps tutorials. See you in the next video.